Guys, it's been a whole day since we got dropped that bomb of the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra video showing us all these new features and clarifying and adding new details to all the stuff we got teased of before. Well, I'm here to look at the most interesting things, the most interesting parts of this trailer, and talk about what could be coming, things that have not been announced, things that have not been released, things that now we can only guess at with an educated guess using the little bit of information that we just got. First, I want to talk about our boy Slowbro right here. He was predicted in many ways. If we take a look at the Pokemon Home data mine leak that came out like a little while ago, this shows a lot of things that people used as guesswork for predicting the Galarian Slowbro. In many ways, guys, two of the abilities that were released in this hack was Quick Draw and Unseen Fist. Now we know Unseen Fist is Urshifu's, and we now know Quick Draw is Slowbro's. Galarian Slowbro's appearance and his ability and other details. Well, he's Poison Psychic, so that's pretty cool. Quick Draw right here is his ability. Based on the description here, it's either going to give Slowbro a massive speed boost or it's going to give him a priority move. So under, obviously, of course, certain circumstances. But we also got his Shell Side Arm move, which everybody predicted from the release of the Pokemon Home's hack here. Everyone predicted, dude, that was going to be Slowbro's signature move. So well done on that guess. That was completely correct. It's a poison type move that's either going to inflict physical or special damage depending on which does more damage, which makes it sound like a really powerful move actually. As for Slowking, we were not revealed him yet. However, there's also been some items in the Pokemon Home leak, and these two items stand out in particular. These could very well be the two items that will give you the branching off evolutions for Slowpoke. Next, I want to talk about the Reggies that were released, the two newbies that are coming in the Crown Tundra. These have a lot going for them and some very interesting facts about them. Well, first let's have a quick look at them. Regieleki Transistor, so a little description of its ability is right here. It doesn't really clarify exactly what it does, but it appears the transistor might be some sort of item that it has on it and it's restraining its power, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to pan out. My best guess would be that it's an inherited item that he cannot remove, that will only break or be removed after a certain level in the game or after a certain amount of damage is done. Now, if we look at the other one in a second, it could very well be that you're going to do more damage the lower your health goes. The reason I say that, guys, is Regidrago here has the special move Dragon Energy, which does more damage the more HP it has. Its ability is simple enough, it just empowers Dragon type moves. Regidrago can use the Dragon type moves with greater power than other Pokemon. Seems pretty self-explanatory that that's going to be its ability. So this is the part where we actually get to see the Reggies right here, and it's all very fast motion. There's a lot of stuff, they're using their special moves and whatnot. We also get to see this area of us coming into the temples, the three temples being for the three old Reggies, where you get to spawn them just like in a past generation. Here we have a H for the first one, guys. It's even on the door. People were speculating that the doors might signify something new. Here we have the cross for Regice, but actually if you look at the door, it does have a strange body. It does, with little dots on it as well, but actually the head shows you which as well, which is there. It's the same, it's the cross. The other one was the H. It wasn't that clear in the ad, but the next one is the Registeel as well. We don't get to see the top, but it's pretty clear that that's exactly how it works. So these three temples that it shows are the temples that you get to go and get the old Reggies from. Inside the temples is extremely important, guys, because this is exactly the same as a past generation. You step on the switch to trigger a battle. Guys, we have seen this before in a past generation. Here's the one for Regice, and here's the one we just saw in the video right there. Guys, there can be absolutely no doubt this is a complete copy of the old gens, and it looks like it's obviously going to be a one-room thing. You're going to go into these temples, and you're going to go up, and it's going to be just this room, and you just got to trigger the battle and start it all. Here's a tweet showing them side by side, guys. Any doubters? Any doubters in chat? As for where these temples might be, well, it could very well be you have to go back in time. That's just a theory, guys. Why did I mention time travel at all? Well, there's a little bit of evidence that might point that out in the right direction, and that is this guy right here. If we look at Calorex's actual page over on the official website, you can read what all the information they actually have about him right here is this. This Pokemon ruled over Galar in ancient times. Though it appears delicate in sleight, its every move is filled with grace and dignity. It also has extremely high intelligence, and it's said to see every past, present, and future event. It's pretty big. That's pretty much on par with a god Pokemon. like Arceus or something. The Reggies have very strong reference to going back in the past as well in their stories. Some theorize that in ancient times, people tormented by Regieleki fitted the equipment on the Pokemon to restrain its powers. Time travel stuff again, guys. Folklore tells us the legendary Pokemon Regigigas tried to create a Pokemon from crystallized dragon energy but ran out of crystals and was only able to complete the head. People of old feared that if Regidrago were to be completed, it would rain destruction on the land, so they sealed it away within a temple. So both of those, all of those have a lot of references to ancient times, going way back in the past. But the thing is, in the trailer, guys, they're all there. They're all around you, right here. So how did you guys find these Pokemon out in the wild when all these time they were just locked away in temples and all this stuff? Another thing that caught my attention was, well, if you remember back in January to the old announcement, they showed just a ton at lightning speed all the different legendaries that are coming back in the Crown Tundra. Now for all these legendaries to exist all in one place all at once, their answer to doing this and getting all the Pokemon to exist all in the same place was to go underground and do these co-op den modes. That's this right here. Explore Pokemon dens and Dynamax adventures. I feel like this is their answer to this generation's Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon wormhole adventures to try and get legendaries from all sorts of different points in time, by the way. It may very well work in the similar fashion underground here, somewhere special, like under the trees or under the church. There's so many different possibilities that could be. Obviously, that's one answer to how you're going to be able to get all these different legendaries to exist in one place all at one time. They're not just going to be naturally occurring underground. That doesn't make sense. But of course, that's just a theory, guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. You think I'm onto something? Another part of that theory can tie into the theme of the Crown Tundra, which we can see throughout the trailer. We clearly have two very distinct trees that are the biggest characteristics of this world in the Crown Tundra. We got the dead tree over there in the icy mountain. We got this other tree down in the lowlands brimming with life. Some people theorize that this tree is going to be the source of apricorns for your Pokeballs. I don't know, it seems more important than that. Apricorn balls don't seem to be that big a deal, that's just a vanity thing. But this tree looks really important. So does that other tree in the distance, guys, and there might be some sort of story, life and death together, time travel. From when things are now dead, back to time when they were alive. You know, there's just a sort of general theme there. Obviously, they're both existing in the exact same time zone here, but we have to just see how they tie this in. As for this whole underground thing, apparently this is a big throwback to Sinnoh, an underground feature where that was added, and, well, you know, Sinnoh remakes confirmed? Oh, by the way, that was the gen that they introduced, Arceus. Next new feature I want to discuss is the Cramomatic. Now, we don't really know what it does yet, aside from putting in ingredients and getting certain items out of it, but it keeps us left in the dark with kind of what kind of items we're going to get. It gives us two examples, Pokeballs and PP-Ups, so it kind of seems like it's another alternative to the Rotom computer. Now, it also says we're going to be able to get some combinations to produce rare items depending on what we put into it. So that's totally, obviously, that's different from the computer, but the computer does give us some rare items, including Master Balls. So I'm curious, will this be another way for people to make Master Balls? It's definitely going to be used to make Apricorn Balls. Now, like I said, guys, people were referencing the tree from the Crown Tundra for Apricorns. Obviously, that doesn't really tie in because Apricorns are coming in the Isle of Armor, so we're probably going to have to put them together using this machine. As for where we're going to be able to find this, it appears this is right in the old dojo, because right there is Mustard, his back protruding from the couch watching TV. And what is he watching on TV? But like I said about the dojo, guys, there's those windows again right there. Exactly the same as here. So this is all in the dojo. All this new stuff happens in the dojo. It looks like everything happens in the dojo right now. Of course, we have the meal time to give Pokemon G-Max abilities as well. You can go ahead and make Max Soup in the dojo again, because it looks like the disc has the same sort of windows as the dojo in the rest of the clip. If we look here, we get given a Pokemon that's going to probably have a G-Max ability, either Bulbasaur or Squirtle, your choice perhaps, and we're going to be able to go into the dojo here with Kubfu. Now, this also brings me on to the story of what the Isle of Armor story is going to be. My biggest theory for the story of the Isle of Armor, it looks like it may very well be very short. We're going to have the dojo like normal, and we're going to get given Kubfu, and Kubfu is going to be the only Pokemon we're going to be able to use in the dojo for 4 or 5 battles. It looks like when we do go through the battles, it's going to end up evolving, and it's going to eventually get the G-Max ability right here as well. And so that's probably the story of the Isle of Armor. That's probably it. A useful post I found on Japanese Pokemon trending tab over here on Twitter was showing us all the Pokemon that were shown in the latest trailer only that are going to be returning. So deduce from what we saw, guys, all these Pokemon are going to be returning. Pick your favorites. All the new G-Maxes and the new announced Pokemon and the legendaries are all up here too. So these Pokemon are going to be getting added to a list of over 100 Pokemon that are going to be returning in the Isle of Armor. Now, Pokemon, Game Freak, or whatever have also announced there's also going to be over 100 Pokemon returning in the Crown Tundra as well. Okay? So more than 100. That includes new Pokemon, of course, but as for the number of new Pokemon, there's only going to be so many. There's also going to be quite a few possibly that are not new, that are coming back and going over the number of 100, which leads me to believe the potential to eventually add a national dex in this game. Now, a national dex, what are we going to be getting, guys? We already have 400 Pokemon in Sword and Shield. If we're getting over 100 Pokemon for the Isle of Armor and over 100 for Crown Tundra, there's not many left to go. Why would they leave out about 200 Pokemon only from the biggest title they've had? This title is revolutionary for the Switch and Pokemon going forward on console as well. So it's completely possible they might very well add the full national dex at some point. Maybe not with the DLC straight away, but maybe it's going to be a free update following the DLC. You don't know yet. It's still a possibility because it's not that much work. For you guys that are curious, Cerebi does have a page entirely devoted to showing all the Pokemon they can find that are definitely coming back in the DLCs. And well, I mean, there's quite a few. This one shows the Isle of Armor one. This is coming, new moves that are coming as well right here listed down here. Of course, the list is not fully complete yet because we obviously don't know every Pokemon that's coming back yet, but we can see how far it goes up to. It goes up to number 745 on the national dex. If these Pokemon do get a national dex number at some point in the game, that's going to be beyond the number of Pokemon that are actually supposed to be added if it isn't going to be the full national dex. Just for comparison's sake, guys, Bulbapedia is also keeping a Crown Tundra list over here, and it's got these coming back. We've got the Nidorans coming back and some other cool things in here. There's not that many because we have not been shown. Oh, Garchomp, by the way, for people who didn't know. We haven't been shown that much on this yet, but obviously the Crown Tundra is packed full of legendaries. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my rather deeper interpretation of what could be coming with the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Obviously, tons and tons of pretty much every PokeTuber out there has done a basic, generic scroll through of all the articles. I thought I would rather do something a little different, a little deeper, and a little more thinking outside the box for you guys rather than just the same thing you've seen already from 3 or 4 of your favorite PokeTubers. So let me know what you thought of that. Let me know what your thoughts on my theories are, and I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled, my ears sharp for any new evidence that's pointing to the big things that we discussed. Sinnoh remake, a little bit of that, and time travel features as well, and obviously national dex. So some very big things that we could be getting, some very juicy things, which would absolutely make Game Freak meet their potential on this, which a lot of people were pretty much expecting from day one. However, nobody expected the DLCs, so maybe no one's going to be expecting a free update after the Crown Tundra. Just a thought. Guys, drop a sub if you want to keep up to date with all this cool stuff, and I'll see you guys around for the next video. Till then, oh, by the way, almost 100k. Almost. Help us get there. Till the next one, guys. Bye!